Hi Munchkins, it's Auntie M again. Trying out a new thing today, so hopefully it works. I'm reading a book called Wanted, the Perfect Pet. And it goes a little something like this. Chapter 1, The Boy. Once upon a time, there lived a boy called Henry. Hello. There was a Henry in our other story, wasn't there? What Henry wanted more than anything else in the whole wide world, more than chips, more than a cowboy costume, more than an all-expenses-paid trip to the moon, more even than world peace itself, was a dog. "But Henry," said his mother, "you already have 27 different varieties of frog. Surely they are enough?" Look at all the framed pictures of frogs on the wall. They've all got names underneath them. Barry, Jeff, Eric. Eric's nice, he's got spots, I like him. Dave, he's got an afro. George has a crown. "No," said Henry sternly. "They are boring. All they do is hop and gribbet." Look at them hopping. Gribbet, gribbet. "I want a pet with personality. I want a dog with floppy ears and a waggy tail and a soft wet nose and a warm furry tongue. A dog that can catch balls that I throw, that can learn fantastic new tricks." He's jumping through a ring of fire, that's pretty impressive. Oh, and he's saying sausages. Don't think dogs can really speak. "And that I can chase around trees. Because it's common knowledge," said Henry, "that a dog is the perfect pet for a boy." So he decided to advertise. He's put his ad in the newspaper. I'll quickly read it out. "Wanted, the perfect pet, also known as a dog. Must have a waggy tail, floppy ears, soft wet nose, and a warm furry tongue. Should be able to learn fantastic new tricks, preferably house-trained. Apply in person to Mr. Henry, the Pond House, 24 Tadpole Lane, Little Griblington." Isn't that cute? And then he waited. Chapter 2, The Duck. Once upon a time there lived a duck. He didn't have a name. He lived all alone, far, far away, at the top of a cold and windy hill. His house is an egg shape. Spots on it. Nobody ever wrote. Nobody ever called. Nobody ever emailed. Poor duck. He went to the movies and played ping pong. Oh, he's got no one to play with. And watched the sun rise, the sun float about somewhere in the middle, and the sun set all by himself every single day. It wasn't much fun. But then one day he opened up his paper and he saw the ad that Henry posted in the newspaper. "I'm not a dog," he thought, "but if I was a dog, I could have a friend at last. A friend to have tea with, go to the movies with, and play ping pong with. A friend to watch the sunrise, the sun float about somewhere in the middle, and the sun set with." So with a pair of old socks, an egg box, and some string, what's he going to do with those things? He created the perfect disguise. Look at him dressed up as a dog. He's now got a fluffy, spotty tail and some waggy ears. Then he packed his things and set off on the long journey to meet the boy. Look, there's his little egg house at the top of the hill. That's such a big journey. Look at that. It's a long way to go. Chapter 3, The Discovery. Ding dong! Pushing the doorbell. What does your doorbell sound like? A dog! Yelled Henry. Woof! Said the duck. Henry had never been so excited. The duck had never been happier. However, Henry's dog wasn't very good at catching balls. Doink! He wasn't very good at learning new tricks. He fell off the unicycle. And when he chased Henry around the trees, he waddled, and he slipped, and he tripped, and his soft wet nose and his floppy ears and his tail fell off. Poor duck. Henry was stunned. The duck slowly stood up. A single fat tear rolled down his beak and plopped on the ground in front of him. I am sorry. I am not a dog, admitted the duck. I am just a duck. I do not have floppy ears, or a waggy tail, or a soft wet nose, or even a warm furry tongue, he said sadly. Oh, said Henry disappointedly. No, you don't. Henry thought for a moment. Then he picked up the duck and carried him home. He gave the duck a nice hot bath and a cup of tea. Looks like he's blow drying him too. He's very fluffy now. He took down his enormous book of incredibly interesting things. There it is, the enormous book of incredibly interesting things. He looked under D for duck, and he made a list. Which he showed to the duck. Duck skills, said the list. 1. Can dive underwater, can hold breath, swim and float on water. Fun in bath, at beach, and useful for hunting for sunken treasure, fishing, and fetching things I dropped in the swimming pool. Number 2. They can fly. Could put on an aeronautical show to earn extra pocket money. Also, good skill for getting kites and frisbees and other items out of trees and next door's garden, and for drawing maps and spying on people. Number 3. This particular duck is very good at disguises. Very clever. Number 4. Nest building skills, excellent for building forts and camps and tree houses, and so on. Number 5. Spare feathers can be used to build an Indian headdress and to tickle little sister with. Number 6. This duck can talk. Is rare, but not unheard of. Also, won't shed fur, get dog breath, need walking or house training. He won't eat homework, chew shoes or furniture, and won't pee on the carpet. There's a lot of things that doggies do. So, you might not be a dog, said Henry happily, but you are certainly not just a duck. In fact, you might just be the perfect pet for me. I think I'll call you Spot, smiled Henry. Quack, said Spot. Oh, and there's Spot and Henry asleep in the bed. That's the end of the story. Hope you liked it. Love you.